Hi, thanks for coming in today. This is Adam Haverstock, and we're here in Santa Cruz County at the offices of Praxis Works here. And today I want to talk with you about our new M35 Bottom Bracket system. The M35 system, I wanted to get the first thing out, is not a new standard. The M35 system is a bottom bracket that works in the already established standards, which are BB30 and Press Fit 30. So that was the design thought behind this. Is we did not want to create a new standard, but we wanted to make a bottom bracket that worked in the current standards. So a few things about the M35 system that set it apart from the rest is right out of the gate is you'll notice that it's much larger and it's in a cartridge style. We based it off of a 35mm inner bearing as opposed to the established 30mm bearings for a couple reasons. One, the 35, obviously we get some more rigidity out of it, but the other thing is when it comes time for the actual spindle of the crank, and you can see it's massive by size, but it opens the door for us for future manufacturing with alternative materials. 35mm happens to be the point at which the size and the diameter of the spindle makes it easier to work with other materials. So that's why 35 happened to be the magical number for us, for rigidity, greater than the 30mm out there, but also for future development. So imagine down the line carbon fiber, titanium, and maybe some other materials used for the spindles to get lower weights. So the M35 system, it's very simple. The simplicity is its genius. Is you basically, it threads apart, and it comes in 68 or 73. And what it does then is a couple things. So you take your Press Fit 30 frame or your BB30 frame, and you put the M35 cartridge together, and it simply spins together. Now, very simple. It presses both sides of the frame, and what we've done are a couple things. One, if you're in a BB30 frame, you're removing all of the circlips and all of the things that go inside the frame that held the bearings in place, because the bearings ride on the outboard side of the frame. So the bearings are actually outside the frame. For a couple reasons. One, we get more rigidity that way, but also we're able to keep the driveline on Shimano spec. And that comes into play whenever you're using Shimano chains, Shimano cassettes, and that sort of thing. You want to try to keep on, we felt we wanted to keep on the Shimano standard. So the bearings are outboard, you remove all the insides of the BB30 and you slide this together. So again, we're simply using the hole in the frame that is either a Press Fit 30 or BB30 frame, and we're putting in place the M35 system. Okay? From there, you take the crank. In this case, it's our Turn All Mountain. Turn is a brand that Praxis works with, and they've launched with the M35 system. And it slides through the frame, through the bearing, puts together, and it goes together just like an ISIS system. So then it goes through. There's your bottom bracket and your crank arm, and then this bolts together, ISIS style, and you're off to the races. Okay? So again, this is the Praxis Works M35 bottom bracket system to work in either a BB30 frame or a Press Fit 30 frame. Right now it's being launched with the Turn All Mountain crank here. You'll find it spec'd launching on the new relaunch of the Mountain Cycle brand, so they're launching it on 3 different versions, and it's soon going to be available aftermarket. Thanks for coming in today. Again, that's the M35 bottom bracket system by Praxis Works.